All right, all right, all right. Let's get it poppin'. What's going on, everybody? I am back. I have been gone for the past 2 days. If you guys been following me, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button. But if you've been following me, I never said I was going live. I've been traveling for the last 2 days. That's why I haven't been live. But tonight we back. And tonight we talking. And we talking about how to find the right solicitation for you and your business. So make sure you stay to the end. You know my lives are really short, but make sure you stay to the end. I'm going to give you some good information that will allow you to get what you need so that you can start bidding on solicitations that's right for you and not waste no more time. Because the biggest thing in government contracting is when you are searching for a solicitation to look for, but you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to search, you don't know how to look, you don't know what to look for, what to pick. But I'm going to break it down how to figure out what solicitation is best for you. Now, mind you, when I say I'm gonna break it down on how to pick what solicitation is best for you, I'm not talking about picking a certain niche. I'm not talking about picking a certain type of solicitation. I'm not talking about only honing into one thing. I'm not talking about that because as a federal concierge, you guys, we do it all, right? We do it all. So before we get into that, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's gonna be a real short live tonight because I'm tired. I've been traveling. Guys, listen, this is something y'all need to know. I am actually at a training right now, right? You got to invest in the level that you expect results. So I'm actually at a training, okay? But I am still giving you what I promised because I am that dedicated to you guys and you guys learning and your success. So make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that follow, hit that love button, hit that subscribe button so that you can get notified when I go live if TikTok is notifying y'all because TikTok is a hater. But anyway, all right, without further ado, let's get into it. How to know if you are picking the right solicitation. So first and foremost, the biggest thing is, once again, we are federal concierge. And if you don't know what a federal concierge, let me explain to you. A federal concierge is a company that provides goods and services to the federal government. We do not provide the services. You ever heard of government contracts? Well, that's what we work with. We provide the services for government contracts. We get the contract in our company's name. Our company provides the service that the government needs, but we don't do the work. No, 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 no. We don't do the work. We actually subcontract out the work for someone else to do it. Because who said my company has to provide the service? Nobody. And guess what? It's completely legal. There's this I'm trying to get rid of this stereotype, not stereotype, this whatever it's called, that you can't subcontract out the work. You can subcontract out the work when you're working on a government contract. The government subcontracts out the work. Okay, so you're capable of subcontracting out the work. Okay, so that's what a federal concierge is. We find the goods and services that the government needs. We get somebody else to provide it. They are under us, or they partner with us. They submit an invoice. We submit the invoice to the government. The government pays us. We pay them, and we keep the rest. Plain and simple. Now, let's talk about how do we find the work that we're going to go look for subcontractors for. Well, there's a website called sam.gov. If you don't know about sam.gov, you should go there. Sam.gov is where the government posts every single thing that they're looking for. You want to know what the government is looking for? You want to know what's about to happen in the U.S.? Go to sam.gov. It's telltale tales there. I'm telling you, I promise you. But go to sam.gov. That's where all the government posts all their needs and wants. So we'll go to sam.gov. Excuse me. We'll go to sam.gov and we'll pick what we want to help provide the government. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to sam.gov and you're overwhelmed. Oh my God, there's a million results. It really be a million results. I don't know which one to pick. I don't know what this says. What does this mean? It's too overwhelming. I'm supposed to read all of this? No, no, no. Calm down, calm down. I got you. So, the easiest way to decide if a solicitation is right for you, one, we don't niche down. So, any solicitation, mind you, is right for you. Okay? Now, guys, as I'm going, if you got questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. You guys know I read all questions at the end of the live. So if you got something, I say something that makes sense or don't understand, go ahead and drop your comment. I will read your question off. But you better do it quick because you know my lives are short. Okay, so the government posts on sam.gov. We go there. The first way to tell if the solicitation is right for you, one, like I said, we don't niche down. So every solicitation you run into is right for you. Why? Because you're not doing the work. You get somebody else to do the work. So any solicitation that is on sam.gov, you can provide the service for. Okay? I promise you. Now, the second thing that to know whether solicitation is right for you, you need to look at one little important thing. This is something that I used to mess up all the time, man. I used to do the whole solicitation. I used to get the quote, be calling people, and then I look at the solicitation and I can't even bid on it. You want to know why? Because my set aside was wrong. Now, for those of you who don't know what a set aside is basically a category that your business falls in. The government has all these set asides and things like total small business, woman owned, minority owned, Indian owned, veteran disabled, 8A, women owned, I said. It's a bunch of other ones, okay? So these are set asides. If you do not have the right set aside when you're bidding on a solicitation, you're disqualified. Okay? That set aside is literally only for those people with those certifications. Now, before you go run out getting a certification, you don't need one. You don't need one. There are, and this is just a guesstimation, so don't take me on my word, but there are about, in my opinion, 92% of the solicitations on sam.gov is for total small businesses. 92%. Once again, this is my opinion. It's not factual. This is just what I feel like I see. 92% of solicitations are for total small business. The other 8% is like the minority owned, women owned, stuff like that. And guess what? That's cool. That's cool. And if you have those certifications, go for them. Good job. That's great. But the majority of the solicitations posted on sam.gov is for total small business. And guess what, guys? You all are already total small business. So you have a vast majority of solicitations to pick from. Okay. Now, for those of you who are like, well, if I get the certification, then I have a higher chance of winning. Okay. You have a higher chance of being in a smaller room with less people who are bidding on the same solicitation. Doesn't mean you're going to win. Now, if you're the only one bidding, then maybe you might win. But if you were the only one bidding on a total small business set aside, you probably will win as well. So, yes, it puts you in a smaller room, but you also have less solicitations to choose from. Okay? So, first way to know if a solicitation is worth your time is what? Check the set aside. Okay? That's number one. All right. Once again, guys, if you're not following me, hit that follow button, hit the like button so I can get some likes on this live so people can know that I'm live. Make sure you subscribe. And let's get back to it. So the second thing to know on how a solicitation is worth your time. One, and this is another thing, guys, I used to do all the time. Okay, so when you go to sam.gov, there's the very top bar. There is a either green circle. Y'all don't do that. There's either a green circle or a gray circle. A lot of times we do not pay attention to that. This person right here, a lot of times. When I first started, I never paid attention to that. So I would be working. And if you think you know what that green and gray circle mean, go ahead and put it in the comments. We'll see if you know. But that green and gray circle is very important because it will save you a lot of time if you have the right one. What that green and gray circle means is active and inactive. Yes, there are inactive solicitations on sam.gov. You would think they would remove them after a while, but they don't. They don't. So if you're searching through SAM.gov and you're not filtering out properly, you're going to pull up inactive solicitations. And if you're not paying attention, guys, you are going to start working a solicitation that's inactive. And guess what that means? Absolutely nothing, because it's inactive and it's not available. So you're going to spend a lot of time wasted working on something that's expired. So please pay attention to that little circle. It'll be either green or gray. If it's green, that means it's active. You're good to go. If it's gray, skip it. It's expired or it just got expired. Don't waste your time on it. Firsthand, I know this. Firsthand, I know this. I used to do it all the time. I'm trying to save you time. Okay? So, first thing, make sure you got the right set aside. Second thing, make sure your solicitation is active. Okay? We don't do inactive. All right. Third thing, whoa. Third thing is there are a lot of people don't talk about this, but I'm gonna talk about it because I got y'all. So there's a lot of solicitations out there that does not have money attached to it. And when I say that, what I mean is the government posts on SAM.gov because they want to kind of sometimes get a feel of what the price may be. Or they may sometimes want to know, like, test the waters, see what's out there. So they'll put out a solicitation called a pre-solicitation. So, like I said, if you don't use the filters, you might waste a lot of time. You guys might want to start playing with them filters, but not all of them. Not all of them. I'm going to tell you which ones to really need to pay attention to, but not all of them. So there's a thing called a pre-solicitation. Remember, we only care about solicitation and combined synopsis solicitation. So when you are searching SAM.gov and you see notice ID, that it's called a notice ID type, you want to look for solicitation and combined synopsis solicitation. Nothing else. Nothing else. Now, some of you guys will get fooled for pre-solicitation because it's close. It got solicitation in the word. And what did I just say? We're looking for solicitation and combined synopsis solicitation. So, you searching so fast, you see the solicitation part, but you didn't realize that pre came with it. Now, what a pre-solicitation is the solicitations that the government is just testing the waters. They're just throwing it out there. They want to know who's interested. They want to see what they got to work with. They probably deciding if they got a budget for it or not. I think that's why they be putting out pre-solicitations. Because to me, it really don't make no sense. Like, why would you put out a pre-solicitation? Yeah, you might win it, but it ain't even ready yet. So don't waste your time on those. Now, I'm not saying you can't bid on those. You can bid on them and you can win. But just know that more than likely there's no money attached to it yet, and you might be waiting a long time before you actually have to I said actually twice. You might have to wait a long time before you can conduct the work. So just be prepared when you see pre-solicitation. If you're actually bidding on it, y'all got to start dinging me if I say actually, because I'm really tired of that word. If you see a solicitation that's pre-solicitation, you bid on it, you might have to wait a little bit longer than you want to before you can actually start working it. I don't think I can get away with not saying the word actually. Okay, so that's number 3. So number 1, check your set asides. Number 2, make sure they're active, not inactive. Number 3, make sure your notice ID is combined synopsis solicitation or solicitation. No pre-solicitations, okay? Don't waste your time. Another way to decide whether a solicitation is worth your time working is staying with the same topic of having money attached. There are solicitations out there that is a full solicitation. And inside the solicitation, guess what? It'll say, we do not currently have a budget. Which means, what does that mean, y'all? Ain't no money attached to it. So another trick, I ain't gonna say it's a trick, but another thing that the government does to say we ain't got no money attached to it. And this is usually in the solicitation on sam.gov. So you have to, guess what? Read. Yes, you have to read. I know some of y'all don't like reading, but you have to read. It will usually say in sam.gov, this solicitation has no funds attached to it. So you have to decide whether you want to go after it or not. Remember, it has no funds attached to it. Now, I will say this. The ones that don't have funding that's in the solicitation, usually by the time they pick an award, they have funding. Okay? Usually, don't hold me to that, but from what I've seen, by the time they pick an award, they usually like are finalizing funding. So you should be okay. But it's your choice. So make a decision and stick with it, okay? Another, so that's what that was, 4 things now to decide if a solicitation is worth your time. Another thing that some of you guys don't think about, right? Think about this really hard. Remember, as a federal concierge, we do it all. It don't matter. The government needs socks, I got you. The government needs toilet tissue, I got you. They need HVAC, we got you, because we do it all. But some things, some solicitations, you're like, what? My thing is this, and this is my opinion. If you read the details, the scope of work, and you don't understand it right off the bat, I might. Now I'm not saying you can't do a little research. Like, but if you really can't understand, even after the little research that you do, what they talking about, yeah, I might move on. Because there are hundreds of thousands of solicitations posted every single day on sam.gov. You do not have to figure out what it is. Now, mind you, you're not doing the work, but remember, you also have to explain the work to your subcontractor. And if you can't explain the work to your subcontractor, um, the subcontractor, not saying that it's a problem, but the subcontractor might be looking at you like, who you is? You know? So when I'm reading this, when I'm working on a solicitation, I like to understand it a little bit. I like to make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. So when you call in a subcontractor, you can connect with them because you know kind of what you're talking about. You may not know how to do the job. You may not know how to do the job, but you kind of know what you're talking about. You can like talk shop with them. But if you absolutely tutti frutti don't know what the job is asking, but after you do your little bitty research, you might want to skip it. It might not be worth your time. But if you know this solicitation is a multi-million dollar solicitation, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go find out. I'm about to go to school for this. I'm about to go find out what they asking for. Then you can do that. But I'm just trying to save you some time. So many solicitations out there to work on. You don't have to focus only on one that you don't understand. I'm just saying, you can do what you want, but I'm just saying. I'm sorry, I mean to smack that loud for my YouTube and Instagram people that's listening to me. I like smacking. Okay, so those are some, some of the ways to decide whether a solicitation is good for you. But remember, as a federal concierge, we do it all. We do not have to niche down. We do not have to know the job. I just want you guys not to waste your time because I'm going to tell you what happens when you feel like you're wasting your time. You start getting discouraged. You start giving up. You start losing excitement for it. You start losing hope. You start thinking it don't work. And then you start making excuses and then you stop eventually. And I don't want you to stop because oh my God, y'all, it only takes one solicitation to change everything for you. I told y'all, let me tell you, and I'm going to tell you again, because it's coming. When I hit my $1 million contract, when I'm making $1 million a month, y'all not going to see me for a while. I'm going to disappear. Y'all going to be like, what happened to Trinell? Well, I ain't see her in a long time. Oh, she won a $1 million contract. Just know I'm doing okay. You know, I'm just saying. So that's how you can take some time not to waste your time when it comes to solicitations, okay? Yep, I'm MIA. I'm out, okay? All right, guys. Now I'm getting ready to take some questions. So if you got some questions, go ahead and throw it in the chat. I'm here to answer whatever questions you have in these last 5 to 6 minutes. So go ahead and throw it in the chat. I'm going to start with my YouTube channel. I'm going to answer some questions and then I'm going to head over to the TikTok. So don't leave me, TikTok. I got you. I'm about to come. Okay. So Champ Beats, thank you for your comment, says, hold on. I mostly target service contracts because products seem risky without cash or credit. Would you still recommend products? Also, how realistic is net 30s with suppliers and is factoring worth it? Great question, Champ Beats. Let me explain something to you. I have had 3 products: alfalfa seeds, sheds, and tents. Those are products. And guess how much I had to pay? Anybody want to take a guess how much I had to pay up front? Go ahead, take a guess. Put it in the comments. Let me do the do 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 do. Do 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 boom boom. Nothing. You're right. I had to pay $0. I didn't pay nothing up front for products because let me explain something to you, beautiful people. When you have a government contract that you have been awarded, these businesses know what it be. They know what it is. Okay? They know. So they know they got to ship the product first. They know they're going to get paid in a net 30 because if they were bidding on the contract if they were bidding or won the contract themselves, they would still have to do the same thing. The government don't pay nobody up front. I haven't seen it. I've heard that they did it one time, but I ain't see it. The government don't pay nobody up front. Everybody works on a net 30. Everybody works when the government says they need to work. So, yes, go after products. It's not risky, guys. It's not. I promise. Why am I doing that? I promise you. Now, there are people out there, y'all, that will ask you for money up front. And you have 2 choices. You know what to do? You can say, well, don't say it like this, y'all. Y'all know. I'm just trying to talk to y'all. But you can say, well, the government pays in the net 30. So when they pay me, I will pay you. And they can be like, okay, ouch. Okay, thanks. Or they can be like, oh, hell no, I ain't doing that. All right. But are they really going to give up a $500,000, $600,000, $1 million contract because they don't want to be paid up front? Maybe. But the majority won't. Now, another thing I would do, also what I do is with people who are just working with me, because remember, you a random person calling up out the blue saying, hey, come ship me 6,000 laptops. Okay, send it to this address. That is kind of suspicious, right? So what I do just to ensure them that I'm legit, one, I let them know, hey, here's my cage code. You can look me up if you want to, and I'll send them the contract. Of course, I'll mark out the stuff that they don't need to be worrying about. But I will send them the contract and say, here is the government contract. It's been signed. Here you go. Any other questions? And they be like, dang, okay, let's go. And then they go ahead and do it. Plain and simple. Most businesses are not going to turn down that type of money. So I highly recommend that you don't be afraid to go after products and services. And yes, it is very realistic to have a net 30 with suppliers. Guys, we are consumers. So we're used to going to a store, looking at what we want, taking it to the counter, buying it, and walking out with it. That's not how businesses work. B2B, babies. B2B. Business to business. Business to businesses work like a bar tab. They get all they want, put it on my tab, and then they get invoiced at the end of the night. Businesses pay, like, have y'all ever went with, what's that place where you can get the supplies? Uh, Quill or Uline. That's how businesses work. Hey, order us 10,000 toilet paper rolls from Quill, whatever. Right? Quill sends it over and then they invoice you and you have a month to pay it on a net 30 or 65 or 15, however their nets work. It is very realistic, champ. Very realistic to do net 30s with suppliers. Okay? It is worth it. Now, products is one hit quitters, I like to call it. So you like in and out. It's like chasing. I always say men. It's like chasing after women. You keep going after and after. But it's like a one hit quitter, right? So you get it. You get a lot of money at once, but you got to go after another one. You get a lot of money at once, you got to go after another one, right? But if you want to go, listen, y'all. Let me tell you this. Listen, Linda. If you want to go after products and services, don't be afraid because you think you need money up front. They're either gonna tell you sure or they're gonna tell you no. And then guess what? You go find somebody else that's gonna tell you yes. That's how it go. But great question, champ. Thank you for that. All right, I'm gonna head over to my TikTok people. If you got any other questions on YouTube, go ahead. I'm gonna head over to my TikTok people and answer whatever questions. So let me scroll all the way up and see what y'all got tonight. And then I'm about to jump. Okay, y'all. I'm a little sleepy, so forgive me. Okay, let's see. Beasley says, what do you think about the disabled veteran set aside? Because we talked about set asides. Remember, I said make sure when you work on a solicitation that it's your set aside so you don't waste your time. This person used to do that all the time. What I think about the set aside, it's a fine set aside. Beasley, it's a fine set aside. Okay, you can get any set aside you want to get. Once again, it does not automatically mean you're going to win win an award. If you are the only one bidding for that set aside, maybe you might win. But then again, if you were the only one bidding for a small business, you still probably would be the only one to win. It only puts you in a smaller room, but it also limits the amount of solicitations you have to choose from. So would you rather be able to choose from 10 million solicitations or only 1,000? It's up to you. But nothing is wrong with the set aside. So if you want to get it, go ahead. But Beasley, I'm going to say this, and I'm talking to you and I'm looking you in your eyeball. Don't let not have it. Don't let not have it. I don't know if that's correct English, but y'all know what I mean. Do not let not being able to have a disabled veteran set aside stop you from bidding right now. Sure, you can apply for it. Go ahead and apply for it. But don't make that an excuse as to why you're not bidding. I don't want to hear, oh, Trinell, well, this is how I think you talk. Oh, Trinell, well, I was just waiting to get my set aside first before I go ahead and bid. No, you can bid right now. Okay? So if you want that set aside, go for it, Beasley. But don't let that stop you from bidding now. Because it can be done. Okay? All right, let's go. Let's see. What's up, Katu? I say your name different every time. Yep, I'm MIA, y'all. As soon as I win that $1 million contract, just know when y'all don't see me, that's what happened. Okay, I don't know what happened. I did not mean to send an invitation to whoever just got an invitation. I did not mean to do that. So if you pop up, I will, I don't know, delete you. Okay, guys. Any other questions? Okay, C.50. That's a very unique name. So, okay, your question is, let me put you up on the screen. When the solicitation needs past performance, do you ask the sub to provide the quote and past performance together? You know what, C.50? I think you already know the answer to this. You're just looking for confirmation. And guess what, baby? I got it. Yes, the answer is yes. You knew that already. You knew that. The answer is yes. You get that from the subcontractor if you don't have your own. Now, when I say if you don't have your own, I mean if you are a Like if you didn't have prior contracts already, or you've done other work, or maybe your own company has done some of the work. If you don't have your past performance, you get that from the subcontractor. Now, you know the key word to say to make sure that you can combine you and your subcontractor together: in conjunction. Now, I wouldn't have gave that to y'all, but I'm going to give it to y'all tonight. In conjunction with blah, 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 we have performed the following services, because when you're working with a subcontractor, you take on their past performance. And it's okay. It's okay. That's a great question, okay? Thank you for that question. All right, guys, listen. I am about to get up out of here, but listen, if you are ready to stop playing around, stop playing games, and start submitting, okay? I hope a lot of you guys are already out there submitting. But if you're ready to take it to the next level, learn the techniques, learn the rules, learn the tips and tricks, I am hosting a workshop in July, the Watch Us Submit 3-day intensive, where we will walk through the entire process of submitting a real proposal live and in person, with me walking around, looking over your shoulder, making sure you're doing stuff right. We are going to be live in person submitting proposals. The best and number one submitting workshop in all of the USA. Okay? Tickets are on sale. Go to the link in my bio to go get your ticket for the next workshop. I guarantee you it will be a life-changing experience. Now, if you want to learn more information about it, also you can go to the link in my bio and go register for the free webinar on June 6th. Okay? We'll talk about a little bit more about how government contracting works, just in case you're brand spanking new. Go to the link in my bio. Go register for the webinar. It is completely free of charge. It's about 30 to 45 minutes. I'm going to come in. I'm going to give you the game. I'm going to let you know how you can get involved, and we can discuss any other questions that you have. All right? Well, other than that, if nobody else have any other questions, oh, hold on. I'm still new to this StreamYard. Okay, you can also visit me at the proposalproacademy.com/training to see what other products and services that I offer. I am the #1 Proposal Pro coach out there for my students. Y'all know that. All right, y'all know. But go sign up for that webinar. Go get your tickets for the workshop. And I am out. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. I will be back every night at 8 o'clock Central Time to go over different things with you. So please, guys, I am here for you. I want you to succeed more than you want you to succeed, because this government contracting game is ridiculous, and no one should be skipping getting a government contract, because I'm telling you, it's out there. You're available. I mean, not available like that. You are eligible to win a government contract. Even if right now you think you are not, you are. I promise you. Anybody can do this. If you can read, you can get on the internet, you can talk, you can do this. I promise you. So go register for the free webinar. Go get your ticket for the workshop. Come submit with me that you possibly could win the proposal we submit in the workshop. It has happened. Okay, I promise you. And catch me tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time, where we will be going over some other topics. Bring your questions, bring your comments. I'm all here for it. Like, subscribe, follow so you can get notified. And other than that, I'm out. Thank you for joining me. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love ya. Tomorrow. All right.